take a blast of the past and remember back to the glory days of 2016, where every single girl's Instagram feed was literally a long neon billboard and every second square literally looked like the exact same person. Let me paint a picture for you. Sharp brows, matte lips, 20-inch hair, tiny waist, giant hips, BBL, highlighter so bright it reflected the sun. She wore a crop top in toxic slime green, biker shorts that squeezed like shrink wrap, clear PVC heels that fogged up by midnight, and a mini Louis bag held up with two fingers like it weighed nothing. That, my friend, was the coveted Instagram baddie.
2010s were definitely an iconic era. The girls never missed their mark with hair, makeup, outfits, heels. Everything was extra and we all loved it. I think it gave grown women serving face, body, heels. Like, the girls looked like it was their birthday every day. The girls were literal muses. And even if it was just for a casual occasion, they literally got dressed up. Don't get me started on bundles. Like, all you needed was like 2 to 3 bundles to create this kind of look. Smokey Eye had the girls in a chokehold, and it was clearly a trend to do these kind of posts. So you did a collage of your best looks.
For a hot minute, the whole world tried to look like one of the Kylie Jenner sisters on a Las Vegas girls trip. Let's just say it was a nightmare. But the question I want to ask is, how did the Instagram baddie explode so quickly? And now that we're seeing the Kardashians dissolve their fillers and thousands of people on TikTok finally waking up and realizing that we look like identical baddie drones, is this the final straw of the Instagram baddie aesthetics? The BBLs, they're nowhere to be seen. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up and prepare for impact, because we are going to be taking a deep dive into the rise of this insane aesthetic, how it rose to fame, and how it inevitably has began to fall. So now, why did it blow up so fast? Well, firstly, it's because of the use of cell phones. Selfie cameras got really good back in 2015. Filters started to blur your appearance, give you really big lips, really big eyes, and even the tiniest noses you've ever seen. People saw themselves looking absolutely perfect on screen and really wanted to match that same appearance in real life. So this basically started the trend of allowing people to look however they wanted without any consequences. Until I showed up. They didn't need to get any fillers. They didn't have to spend thousands on a BBL. Honestly, just a little blur here and a pinch there and you're good. Now, the second reason is fast fashion. Sites like Fashion Nova, Pretty Little Thing, and Boohoo copied designer pieces in days. A dress that hit the Met Gala on the red carpet on a Monday somehow miraculously showed up at your doorstep on Friday for only $29. And the third reason is rap and hip hop music really ruled streaming around this time period. Songs were constantly bragging about Bentleys, private jets, and the girlies wanted to dress like the lyrics. Every girl was feeling a level of FOMO when you hear about BBLs, big butts, big X, Y, and Z in every single song. Girls kind of wanted to look like that because it was very popular. We don't want to miss out. It's all about FOMO for us. And when I say us, yes, I did partake in the Instagram baddie aesthetic. They just didn't want to miss out on the girls' night out, diamonds on my neck type aesthetic. The goody two-shoes aesthetic that was very popular back in the 2010s has been completely thrown out the window at this point. The hipster flannels and flower crowns, the Taylor Swift Tumblr chic, gone. Yeah, nobody wanted to look like that anymore. If anybody in 2016 at the club saw you rocking a flower crown, yeah, no, you'd absolutely be thrown out. We want neon, big booties, and PVC heels. And the fourth biggest reason was the boom of YouTube beauty tutorials. Beauty gurus broke down every step into close-ups. All of that makeup of 2016 was very, very popular. We all wanted to have the exact same look, and it was very popularized. Different beauty gurus like Jaclyn Hill and Jeffree Star were at their absolute peak of their game, and they kind of created the exact look that everybody wanted to copy. Anybody with a sponge and an ounce of patience could absolutely paint on that baddie aesthetic face. If you scrolled through Instagram and YouTube at the time, you'd be bombarded with thousands of tutorials teaching you how to contour your nose just right, how to make your lips look as plump as possible, and how to do the perfect eyeliner. Now, peak baddie year was 2018, and Lord do I know it well. Go look for yourself at OG Coachella pictures from that year specifically. Pastel wigs, fishnet bodysuits, and like platform sneakers all over the desert floor. And do you want to know what pushed it even further into mass popularity? The brands chased the craze. They made glow oils, body kits, booty lifters, waist trainers, fake tan drops, and laser hair removal packages. At the time, everyone was happy. Brands were making a ton of money, influencers were rising to an insane level of fame, and then all of us bystanders and followers, we're just caught in the trend. Now here's the problem, because if you're somebody out here trying to spend hours to get ready ready and to create the perfect makeup look, you're probably gonna get tired, especially if the look plays into an aesthetic that encourages you to look like you're perpetually going on a night out. Then slowly came the real problem. Many makeup looks and different styles and aesthetics were derived from Black and Latina style. Overlined dark lips, big hoops, baby hairs, the hoop earrings, and one of the biggest celebrities that actually fell for this look was Ariana Grande. It was also around the time that she started really dominating with her Billboard hits, and a lot of people found that her newfound baddie aesthetic just wasn't sitting right with them. Yeah, we all remember Miss Blackiana Grande. How could we possibly forget?
No, I love my MAC lipstick. This is the MAC I'm here to talk about today, girl. Come on. I'm like, bitch, that's my cookie. That's my juice, okay? Kiyomi, get your ass in here. Come on, girl.
But she wants to erase it from the internet.
Ariana Grande wants these videos deleted from the internet.
Kiyomi, get your ass in here.
Yo, so they're gonna hear this and they're gonna freak out, like, if you put them names.
Social media users are claiming that their videos showing Ariana Grande's black scent are being hit with copyright notices from the celebrity's team. One creator who had her video removed posted evidence that it was Ariana's team who requested its removal. This follows a pattern of accusations against Ariana for cultural appropriation, including this 2021 photo shoot that sparked criticism for Asian fishing. Ariana previously addressed the black scent by saying this, but many remain unconvinced, noting her lack of AAVE during the Wicked press tour. These incidents are part of a broader conversation about celebrities employing legal strategies to manage their public image.
Yeah, I don't know. For years, those traits were called ghetto, but then when a lighter skinned influencer or celebrity started rocking them, it honestly was a little bit too much like cultural appropriation. And that's one of the major problems here is so many women that wanted to partake in this baddie aesthetic were really just chasing the idea of wanting to look like fierce and dangerous.
White women are the most insecure types of women. And before you say anything, stick with me till the end because I'm going to explain every single reason why I'm saying this. First, let me start by showing you something.
Okay, so first people were saying that Kim Kardashian had her BBL reversed, or maybe she had liposuction, but basically that her butt didn't look as big as it used to. And now people are thinking that Khloe might have done the same thing.
Okay, so we know that the Kardashians started this whole BBL trend and the lip filler trend. And I knew this would happen. Who knows if that's true or not, whatever. But I knew that at any point, the Kardashians could reverse their BBLs or dissolve their lip filler, and all of a sudden that trend of having a slim, thick body and big lips would slowly fade away. Beauty trends change over time. We know this. Just a few years ago, it was Paris Hilton, you gotta be a size 00. Now it's Kim Kardashian, you gotta be slim, thick. People like to act dense on purpose, but we all know who the Kardashians are trying to emulate. Nobody is saying that there aren't white people who have naturally big lips or are naturally slim, thick. And nobody is saying that there aren't people of other races and ethnicities who have those features naturally. But let's not pretend that having a large butt, slim, thick body doesn't specifically come from Black people, and Black people were specifically discriminated against and scrutinized for those natural features. Now, the Kardashians are notorious for cultural appropriation. Like, we've seen this time and time again. This isn't new. And if you've seen my cultural appropriation playlist, you've heard me say time and time again that white people pick and choose things from different cultures and try them on like a costume and then take them off when it's convenient for them. But here's the thing, the stuff that white people pick and choose from different cultures doesn't stop at hairstyles and clothing. It's also race and skin color. Ariana Grande is a prime example of how white women can use skin color and race as an accessory, like a purse or a scarf. She went from this to now this.
It was just a lot of fake tanner. Yeah, I was just tanning a lot.
It's not anything like that. It's just like how I talked back then. Kardashians started dating white boys and their bodies and fashions changed with it. Ooh, tea. Ariana Grande rebrands herself as white when she's on magazine covers. So this begs the question, why does Black and Latina fashion make some people feel so bad? Because once people started to catch on and people started to feel really bad about what it was that they were doing and then pretending like they weren't doing, this whole aesthetic really started to dull. Instagram's new algorithm really started to push videos over photos. TikTok then arrived on the scene with lo-fi clips and just messy bedrooms where people didn't have to try. Like back in 2018 when you'd spend 4 hours to get ready and you would really try, fake tan or not, long braids or not, whatever it is that you were doing. It was just a new wave of authenticity that came on these social platforms afterwards. People didn't have to keep trying to be something that they weren't. A perfectly posed still picture with 110 filters felt stiff next to a girl dancing in Target in sweats. Plus, Gen Z users started to care a lot more about like having fun than having this flawless perfect feed like the Kardashians did.
Gen Z, since y'all want to smoke with me, I made another video today with no makeup
No filter, just like yesterday. But now I have on no weave, no nails. So what are we talking about? Should I do different angles? Huh?
And because of that, engagement on these heavily edited, fake, filtered selfies really started to dip and people just stopped caring. Then, shortly after, the pandemic slammed down in 2020. Salons closed, clubs died, and all of these masks really started to hide your perfectly done up lips. Sweatpants beat all of the shapewear and like tiny dresses that people would wear out. People started to like bake their own bread at home instead of going out and trying to get lip fillers. Like, everybody's priorities just changed. Skincare sales absolutely shot up while all of your favorite OG foundations like Estee Lauder just started to collect dust on the shelves of Sephora. Basically then the entire culture around makeup shifted. Nobody really cared about makeup anymore, and instead people were so much more interested into the science behind a perfect skincare routine.
Man, this is a conversation we need to have. I don't think people talk about this enough, primarily because of the lockdown in 2020. That was when I was at my peak of doing makeup. I was doing my makeup every single day because I was filming for Instagram, for TikTok. But because we were inside so much, none of us really had the opportunity to wear makeup other than to play with it, because we weren't wearing makeup to go outside, to go to events, to go to birthday parties, to go to anything. And when we resumed going indoors, going into places, going to work, going to schools, we stopped using that much makeup because we had masks on. There wasn't an importance of use for lipstick or lip glosses, liners, because we weren't seeing our mouths. There wasn't that much of a use for wearing makeup to begin with because the makeup would rub off on the mask. But I just find it so interesting that there are so many folks that felt the need to like simmer down with makeup and their style of makeup. I remember there was an abundance of people that were wearing colorful makeup, colorful eyeshadow, colorful eyeliner, and such creative looks on their eyes, even just like on their face, on their lips, wearing blue lipstick. It was just so much fun. There was just a huge shift.
So people started spending a lot more money on moisturizers and masks and really focused more on being smart with their money instead of spending it frivolously on things that weren't necessary at the time. Just take a look at this article and how it talks about the pandemic's effect on our skin. How the pandemic came for your skin. After 3 years of stress and uncertainty, we now find ourselves and our faces in a self-care revolution, and we're guessing you didn't even realize it. In 2023, self-care is no longer just an occasional feel-good hobby, it's the entire foundation of our skincare routines. In the past few years, brands have shifted away from their cold, minimalist packaging and embraced bright, joyous, serotonin-inducing designs. Traditional tough love marketing lingo, the kind that endorsed a scorched earth approach to your face, is being replaced with softer, more nurturing messaging, a reflection on today's gentler formulas. Even the way that we view professional skincare treatments and plastic surgery is through a kinder lens. Life is hard, so do whatever makes you feel happy, even if it involves needles. Ooh, don't know about that. While we were all busy just trying to survive, our beauty routines went through a self-care transition. And although COVID is not over yet, we have gotten space from the hellscape of 2020 to reflect on the day-to-day changes you likely didn't even realize had happened, let alone know you were following. So where does this land us and our beauty regimes today in 2023? And how did it even get here? Clearly, Skin by Kim didn't follow this. Her minimalistic packaging is still sitting there making me feel like I'm in a prison. Thank God I never bought it. Regardless of what has happened or is still happening in our world, our self-care routine is one part of the day that we have total control over. We can choose how products and ingredients will make us feel, whether that's embracing a scalp serum to help cope with hair loss or reaching for a Black-owned spot treatment designed with you in mind, or covering your skin with sparkles and stickers and flinging yourself back into childhood for a few minutes each day. At this point, my routine is doing more for me than just maintaining my skin and hair health. It's helping my mental health too. And isn't that what we're hoping to gain in this post-pandemic world? Then once people were allowed to go outside again, the mood had completely flipped. Enter the clean girl aesthetic. Now we're not trapped in our homes anymore. We got places to be, we got things to do, we got people to see. Picture slick, low buns, dewy skin, brushed up brows, tiny gold hoops, white tanks, straight leg jeans, New Balance sneakers, and an iced matcha in hand. We love a matcha, girls. Who's a matcha girl here, huh? Throw it down in the comments. Think, obviously, Miss Hailey Bieber, who I think was one of the originators of this entire aesthetic. Bro, watching her do her makeup routine and she uses 4 dots of concealer, like, end me right now, end this channel, put me down the tubes, put me in a garburator. Like, do you know how much concealer is on me right now? The whole tube. Not just 2 dots of the tube, the whole tube. Makeup at that time was a dot of foundation, a little swipe of blush, and like some clear lip gloss. Hashtag started bragging about like an 8-step skincare routine and their coveted celery juice, and not to forget the SPF. The vibe was calm, healthy, and just a little expensive in a, this sweatshirt costs $200, but still looks like Hanes kind of way. So why did we swing so hard? Kylie Jenner Jenner back in 2018 was like hopping off a PJ with Travis Scott wearing all Chanel head to toe with a Louis bag. And now she's out here with Timmy Chalamet, BBL reduced, looking little, trying to be Lily Rose Depp, clean girl aesthetic vibes. Well, it's effort fatigue. After years of splattering on cake batter foundation as thick as mine, people seriously wanted to take a relaxing step back, and they wanted skin that they could touch, skin that looked real, and a person behind the camera that actually looked real. Instead of showing off their makeup skills, people were so much more interested in showing off their naturally beautiful features. In fact, that's definitely one of the reasons that we have seen such a surge in fillers or Botox. All of those trends where girls were like, all of the high maintenance things I do to be low maintenance or to look low maintenance or to look naturally gorgeous. If you can't sit there and hide behind all of your filters and thick pounds of makeup and you want to actually be naturally pretty, people were constantly jumping to the surgery table to get tweakments done so they could look perfect without any makeup at all. It's so crazy when you think about this because I tell you guys constantly, all over my Explore page, I see filtered versions of the most filtered celebrities. So I'm seeing girlies like Kim Kardashian or Kylie Jenner. People are fan paging over them and creating entire pages, and they will go on Face App and they will Face App Kylie Jenner or Kim Kardashian. So you are already filtering a done up in full glam, makeup, full surgery, facelift, fillers, brows, brow lift, thread lift, whatever. And then you're putting a filter on top of their already filtered Instagram picture. You guys, we're getting a very skewed version of reality. So it makes us feel like, okay, their natural beauty is so beautiful. The only way to have that is with cosmetic enhancements.
You have far too much access to digitally enhanced people, filtered and what have you. Back in my day, we didn't have all of this 24/7 access to celebrities to make us feel poorly about ourselves. Now you have way too much access. We were not staring at celebrities or celebrity versions of our peers nonstop. Walk away from your screens, go for a walk outside, appreciate the beauty around you.
Because of this massive change from IG Baddie to clean girl aesthetic, the brands shifted very quickly. They launched skin tints, brow wax, glazed donut serums, minimalist loungewear. Even former IG Baddies completely rebranded. This is what I tell you guys all the time. Everything from facial aesthetics like injections, all the way to makeup, to hair. It is all a turnover of trends that constantly change. You think that the BBL comes and it stays. It doesn't. It goes just like a clothing trend. So you have to be very careful because your face and your body is not a trend. I mean, look at the Kardashians. They have completely changed. Let's not mention the fact that when they all started dating white guys, they all decided to remove their BBLs and remove all their filler, try to all look completely different, but that's besides the point. They are trend getters. These girls want to follow trends so badly. They want to be the trend so badly. They want to set the trend so badly that once they all started doing something, they all continue to follow it. When the Kardashians start getting their BBLs and implants reversed, you know it's only a matter of time before super skinny becomes trendy again.
Kylie Jenner cries over online comments regarding her appearance. It's a miracle that I still have confidence and I can still look in the mirror and think that I'm pretty. I went on a journey last year dissolving half of my lip filler. Why do people think it's okay to talk about me? I've never cried about this before, but I guess it does affect me. I hear nasty things about myself all the time. After 10 plus years of hearing about it, it just gets exhausting. The entire family in general, but Kylie and Kim, them two very specifically, have single-handedly changed the beauty standards, have so drastically affected the entire beauty industry and what we perceive as beautiful, and like raised that standard to be such an insane level of unrealistic. Like, they've done that directly themselves. So do I feel bad that now they can't keep up with the standard that they set? No. I just saw an interview where Kim was talking about how she only thinks that she has like 10 more years of where she's gonna look good. So she wants to get the most out of it because she can tell that she's aging. It must be really hard to not be able to meet an impossible standard that you set. You're never gonna make me feel bad for you. You're never gonna make me relate to you by crying about your insecurities when your family has literally made billions off of the insecurities of others.
At the end of the day, the market is just following whatever is trending. This is such an interesting thing to constantly look at as we get older, because I know for a fact that when the IG Baddie thing came around, all I wanted was to be an IG Baddie. It was when I started looking into getting lip fillers, into getting Botox, into getting my butt done, my boobs done, whatever it is that I could get done, I wanted it done at that time. But as I've gotten older and you watch these trends come and go literally like a weather forecast, it's like, it's gonna rain tomorrow, but then the next day it'll be sunny. You don't constantly want to change change your body or your aesthetic just based off of trends. And it's what makes being individual and individually you so perfect. I don't know if you guys ever see Charlie XCX. I think she's absolutely gorgeous. I know she's definitely had a couple needles here and there, but I find her unique and beautiful as she is completely. I couldn't even put a finger on what it is, but somebody like that with such cool, unique features, all I would want to do is bask in my uniqueness. And I feel like that is something that I want to take further into this year and next year, is like, how can I be the most me as I possibly can be? Because that will never go out of style. Whereas constantly trying to follow a trend that is turning over day by day that we possibly cannot keep up with unless we're sitting on TikTok all day long. It costs money, it costs your time, and it costs your life. We already know how dangerous plastic surgeries can be. If you're trying to do it for trends, just be the best you that you can be. So did the baddie era ever really vanish? Not really. You guys know, makeup is makeup. I still have 7 layers painted on my face right now, otherwise I would look like Igor. And this all means that people can do the baddie look whenever it is that they possibly want. And in fact, we're actually seeing a resurgence of the baddie aesthetic because of this crazy look-alike culture that's going around right now.
In the space of a few decades, how did we go from everybody looking so deliciously unique and like themselves to this monolithic Instagram face? I'm not saying beauty standards haven't always existed or been perpetuated by media, but I think recently it has gone onto another level, because in the world I grew up in, and I'm 33, there was still a sense that an actress didn't look like any other actress out there. You wouldn't have a problem casting a movie like Pride and Prejudice and worry that you would see someone that has Instagram face and looks like they know what Instagram is, because I'm not saying plastic surgery and things like that were not taking place, but it was done in a very different way if it was. I'm a beauty founder, okay? I spent a lot of time creating campaigns for calling and working on shoots, on creatives, on hiring models. And obviously I create beauty products. I'm constantly aware of the beauty standards that are out there and different trends in makeup and skincare. And I love a good glam. I love me a good glam. This is not about how much makeup you wear. It is about the loss of those intricate details that make us us. Like, picture Henry Cavill without his teeth, without his kind of signature pointy teeth. I'm talking that level of the beauty standard changing, where everybody has the composite bonding, the same teeth, the same lips, the same nose. And this is not an anti-work page. I would never say never to cosmetic procedures, although I've not had any done myself so far. But we've lost the sense of everybody looking like themselves, and I think that brings warmth.
Don't all of these women look so beautiful? I don't understand what has changed over the years to make us believe that only one homogenous look is what makes us beautiful, that we have to look like this one thing. There are so many times I go to the grocery store, or even my best friend's mom, and I'm like, she is so beautiful, and she's just living her life, going to work. I see different women all over the place, women who have never touched their faces, that in their own beauty and their own uniqueness, they are so special. But for some reason, because we are so chronically online, we believe that there's only one version of woman that is beautiful or intricate or incredible. But when you look back to the 80s, the 90s, some of the most iconic movies, they are played by people who are gorgeously themselves and gorgeously unique. Now, trends rarely completely die, but they blend. And this is definitely not the last time that we will see this baddie aesthetic. Like I said, all of these trends are cyclical, and maybe by the time I'm 35, it will be back. So what does this exactly tell us? Firstly, online trends, they move like a pendulum. Ladies and gentlemen, it's back and forth. Extreme efforts lead to extreme chill, and then all the way back again. So before you go ahead and spend thousands of dollars just so you don't feel that level of FOMO, just wait a second for that pendulum to swing right back. Give it a year, and something that feels like it is everything and the most important part of our day right now, like our clean girl aesthetic and our beauty vibes, it's gonna change again. Just watch. And second of all, the algorithm is not your mom. It wants you to post and consume daily to sell you ads, to sell you a dream that literally isn't real. It wants you to post and hop on TikTok every single day so that not only can it sell you ads, but your content can sell other people ads. It's all this massive conglomerate that literally wants you spending money, when if you go a single week wearing the same brown hoodie, nobody is going to know. And also, nobody is ever as concerned about you and how you look the way that you are. Social media is an amazing tool. It is incredible. It is what connects me to you, but it is not God. Like, let it be. Like, we can literally be who we are. Do you guys know how old this sweater is, it doesn't have a zipper and it's got holes in it because I don't care. Some days I want to look like Lord Voldemort. Some days I want to be a baddie. Whatever. And of course, that doesn't mean that the beauty community is all of a sudden all wholesome and that we don't remember all of the weird things that happened back in the 2010s, like the cultural appropriation, like Ariana Grande. Don't try to erase it. Let's just learn from all of the mistakes that we partook in and understand how we can be better moving forward. And now we've kind of started to split ourselves into two possible realities. One path is this hyper insane AI that creates filters that literally makes you look like a facelift in a real live video. Now that could go ahead and spark a whole new glam phase trying to get as perfect as that filter is in real life. And the other path is a real messy reality. I know I personally have just found out about Kayla Malik this past, I don't know, like 2 months because of this entire scandal she's going through. Go ahead and search it for yourself. The girl is an absolute superhero, but she just has an aesthetic that is different. And that's what I love. I love looking at her freckles. I love the makeup she wears, the piercing she has. I feel like she is who she is. People want to follow a real person that looks like them, that has acne, that goes through hard times, that cries, that struggles. I think people are starting to get tired of the types of influencers that push a reality that is so far from real. Like the Kardashians have really fallen off because they try to sell you this entire brand and this look that is perfection and life is perfect and life is incredible. When people are struggling to pay their electrical bills, it's nice to see some real content out there. So maybe we'll get both at once, you know, the IG perfect face baddie live AI videos, and we'll also get the messy acne prone girlies like me. Some feeds will look like Vogue covers and other feeds will literally look like group chats. Is it a good thing? Honestly, I'm not so sure, but I don't really think there's anything we can do to stop it. All I can say is keep what you love and ditch whatever hurts or causes you like pain and discomfort. Just leave it alone. At the end of the day, social media is literally gonna live forever, but you can always stop scrolling. If you guys enjoyed today's video, you can click here to learn all about the downfall of the Kardashians because girly, they are not at the top the way that they used to be. Ooh, it is not looking good. Or you can go ahead and click here to find out why Kylie Cosmetics is absolutely ruining your face. Guys, stop using those products. You know that it's not working. Also, let me know in the comments down below if you want me to try all of Kylie's products because I'm thinking that's a video that I absolutely have to make. You guys know I love you and I only want the best for you. That's why I make all of these videos. I hope you have an amazing day or night or whenever you're watching, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.